It's already meaningless. You reaching for meaninglessness to realize whatever you think will close the gaps between the perceived and conceptualized gaps between you and everything is already meaningless. It's already this. It's already play pretend. It's already make believe. It's just scene happening for no reason. No reason at all. There doesn't need to be a reason. The one saying there needs to be a reason is already what reasonlessness is dreaming. The one saying, well, there must be some meaning. Like there has to be. There must be some personal meaning for my life, for everything that's happening. Every person, and truly, the animal can be wiped clean from this planet. There would still be bliss without anybody to experience it. This has nothing to do with, it's not personal. None of this is personal. It would still be bliss, it would still be unconditional love, it would be freedom, it would be everything without a lover, without somebody to set free, without somebody to experience or trap the bliss or become blissful. That's actually exactly what this is right now. This is bliss without anybody. It just looks like, it really looks like somebody's here. It really sounds like somebody's here. But really, who is here? Who is here? Who is here aside from the moving picture that seems to be appearing that isn't separate from anything? Run your finger across the screen and you won't feel any separation between me and the green, dude. And that's exactly what this is like. Seamless. No me really here, just an appearance. Oh, beautiful. You guys see the fucking crane? Utterly meaningless. Doesn't need to have a meaning. The need for something to have meaning is already this, it's the desire to close the gaps between you and everything you want, not really realizing that there's never been any gaps in the first place. There's no gaps in the first place. Everything you want isn't something you already have, it's what you already are. It's what you already are. No one, no thing, all things. No one, everyone. It's all that. No meaning required. No purpose required. No thing to do. Really. Go do all the things. Like, go do all the things you want to do. I genuinely encourage it. This character loves to see people say, fuck it, I'm gonna do what I want to do. This parent character actually really likes that. It's like a, hell yeah. Like, it's like a, fuck yeah, like a rebel, the rebel in her. I don't know. It's not real. But, go do it. Go do everything you want to do. You end up realizing even some things that make you feel great, some things that make you feel like shit. But you realize even the things that made you feel great, it's not the actual doing of the things. You know, it's just already this. It's not doing anything or any object or whatever. It's the falling away of the self. It's doing the things that make you not think you're even there. Just points right back to nothing's happening. There's no meaning. It's just whatever. Meaning is so stressful. So stressful. This doesn't have to mean anything. In fact, it doesn't. In fact, it really doesn't. Yeah. In fact, somebody can come up behind me and still be just as meaningless as before. Just as beautiful and meaningless as before. Sounds ignorant. It sounds ignorant to the person that thinks they're really a self and that this stuff's really happening. Who's the ignorant one? Who's the one judging? Who's the real Dirty Dan? I'm the real Dirty Dan. That's what this is like. It's like the body, the mind, the spirit, every identity that you have being like, I'm the real Dirty Dan. And they're like that episode of SpongeBob and they all got guns pointed to each other. None of them are really there. They're just characters on a screen playing out. And the one watching isn't even a one. It's just watching happening. It is just witnessing itself. I'm the real Dirty Dan. Meaningless. There's just as much meaning inside of you as there is inside of a banana. That sounds hopeless, but it's not. It is hopeless because it's end of the requirement to try to capture some meaning. But really, it's like hopeless, yeah, for a person. What do you mean? There's no meaning. You are the banana. You are the banana. If you're wondering why I'm referencing bananas, there's a banana tree over here. Maybe I'll show you guys before. I don't know. I don't care enough. I don't know, okay? It's liberating because there's no more the search for meaning and purpose, like the need to live out some divine purpose. People take themselves so seriously. Sounds so stressful. Sounds so stressful and pointless. Like a dog chasing its own tail. The search for purpose and like something divine I have to do to make my life matter. In the end, both you and the banana rot. You're not made out of something different. It sounds so hopeless. But it's so free, and there's something about it that feels so good, doesn't it? And terrifying at the same time, at the same levels. It's like, oh, that feels good. It also feels scary. Is this evil or is this a good message? Mind is like yapping. It's like, I want to judge this thing so bad. Do I want to take it into myself or not? That's what the mind does. The mind is constantly like, do I want to integrate this as a part of me and say, I accept this, or do I reject this? What accepts everything, which is love, which is freedom, not bound up in a person, is already allowing you. It's already saying, I accept that person to believe that they can accept or reject or whatever. Yeah, in the end, you and the banana both rot. So why all this pressure to do something magnificent? Truly, who did something? Whoever okay, did something magnificent. I don't think life is about doing something magnificent. I think the doing comes with who you believe you are. I think there was only people that noticed magnificence in all things that did something magnificent as a byproduct. But anybody that tried to do something magnificent was probably an anxious, depressed mess. And there's nothing wrong with that either. There is nothing wrong with that either, friend. This is freedom. This is freedom, 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 freedom. And it has nothing to do with you. Oh, it has nothing to do with you. It really doesn't. And these words, that sounds so profound. Or insane. Lock me up. I don't know. I don't fucking care, dude. You know, it's funny. I think, lock me up. There's not even a care if that were, like, there's not really, I don't care. There's not somebody here to care. I used to look at, like, Jesus, this is just chit-chat time. This is just pointless, meaningless talk. This is a rotting banana. Same shit, okay? I used to look at, like, in Christianity is like formed around Jesus did this, like, Jesus, he gave of himself, he did all this suffering, and, like, he took the cross and he did the hard thing. Imagine me doing that. There was nobody doing that. Oh, liberation is to not care what fucking cards you're dealt and realize that it's still liberation. You carry the cross not as some, like, noble, like, self-righteous, like, I'm doing it to save all. You do it because you're like, well, I accept all things. I say yes to all right, cool. And it doesn't mean passivity within the personal, whatever, because Jesus was still flipping tables and telling motherfuckers off. Don't tell me it wasn't true. It's written. Just because I cussed doesn't mean anything. Fuck off. All right. But it's true. It's just an accepting of all things. It just kind of just happened. But who am I and what do I know? Nothing and no one. I'm no one. I'm no one. This is just meaningless talk, really. Like, if it were to sit here in complete silence, it's the same. It means the same shit. It means absolute. Like, if I were to, I'm not even kidding. Like, if I were to, like, fart right now and just, like, have a video of straight farting sounds, it means the same as the shit that's coming out of my mouth, no matter what I say. It's meaningless, pointless, but it's still happening. Apparently, there's a preference within the character to talk about this stuff, and she finds it amusing sometimes, or, like, whatever. I don't know. What do I know? I don't know anything. Nobody's here, and it's so meaningless and obvious. It's so fucking obvious, too. Not in a way that you, like, know it. It's just, like, when you know. Nobody knows any, like, there's no knowing. It's just, like, it just is witnessing. There's witnessing. I don't know. There's no words. There's really no words.